All right. Well, hello everyone, and welcome. How's everyone doing today? We got a weird end of the week coming up here, ladies and gents. DSP here, live on the stream. I want to welcome those of you who are here early for the pre-stream. As usual, gameplay will start within 15 minutes or so, roughly. We'll see how long it takes here to actually get stuff going. But anyway, hello and welcome. And this is the gameplay stream for today, which is Thursday, December 3rd, 2015. I thank you for being here on the earlier side to get caught up on what's going on. So, what is going on? Well, very simple. A couple things, couple developments, everyone. First of all, I've played Just Cause 3 now for 2 days. And my overall verdict on the game so far is it's basically Just Cause 2 with improved graphics and a few tweakings, and really nothing revolutionary, nothing that blows you away. It's pretty much the same game. And a lot of people have been actually saying the same thing. In fact, at least from what people are telling me, I don't know because I don't pay attention, but people have been telling me that reviews for the game are very bad. Like everyone's saying, you know, this feels like a game from 5 years ago. And why were there no innovations or anything really added to the game? It's like they expect that you're going to want to play this game based off the merits of the previous game because there's really nothing new. I don't know. I played it for about, what, at this point, 4.5 hours. And it's fun. It's certainly fun. It is wonky in a lot of ways. The physics are bizarre in a lot of cases with the, you know, some of the vehicle physics and things that have happened in my playthrough already. But after 2 days of playing it, I basically realized this isn't really a very good game to stream. And what I mean by that is not many people are going to care about watching this game live. This is more of a game where there's a lot of kind of repetitive stuff. And then every once in a while, something interesting will happen. You know, some kind of weird explosion, some kind of weird physics, some kind of awesome mission. But in between, there's a lot of filler stuff. And do I really think anyone's going to want to continuously watch me play this game? Probably not. And so yesterday was my last stream of Just Cause 3. I'm not saying that I'm not going to play it anymore. I'm just saying that I don't really think it warrants me continuing to play this game on stream, that I should focus on other games that people might want to see live, okay? So that's the verdict on Just Cause 3. Pretty lackluster. And quite honestly, pretty happy I didn't buy it. Because if I had actually bought the game, spent $60 on it, to find out after 2 sessions that it's pretty boring and lackluster and the same as the last game, I'd probably be pretty pissed. So I'm actually quite happy that I got a free promotional copy of the game. So originally what the plan was going to be was that today I was going to possibly maybe stream some Fallout 4 or some WWE. I was going to balance out the day and do like maybe half and half with, say, you know, more Just Cause or something like that based off of what people wanted, okay? And as, you know, everything was going down yesterday, I actually received a code for a free promotional copy of Rainbow Six Siege from Machinima. Now, Machinima's really come through this holiday season. Let me tell you, they have given me about, at this point, no lie, and this has never happened before. Never before this year did I ever receive anything free from Machinima. This is probably the 5th or 6th free game that I've received in the past couple of months from them. In fact, look, I'll tell you, 1, 2, I'll start counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've gotten 7 promotional copies of games since October. That's pretty crazy. I almost never, ever would get this kind of stuff, okay? And so I'm pretty pleased that, you know, I'm actually checking out games that normally I wouldn't have played if I didn't get them, you know, promotional copies of them. And so all out of nowhere, again, it's not like I had any warning or I had any clue this was happening. I got a copy of Rainbow Six Siege, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess maybe I'll do that on Thursday. So as I was planning for this for today, all of a sudden people started tweeting me last night. They were like, Phil, were you aware that if you own the Uncharted Nathan Drake HD collection, okay, that you get access to the Uncharted 4 multiplayer beta starting tomorrow morning? To which I replied, no, I didn't know that either. So lots of stuff all going on at once, okay? And so I said, well, I guess what we'll do is we'll check out this beta. We'll see if I can play this beta today, because let's face it, if you guys remember, was it the Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 3 beta that I actually participated in years ago? That was pretty funny. I don't even remember, but I had a lot of fun with the Uncharted multiplayer over the years, okay? It was added in Uncharted 2, I believe, and it's a lot of fun. It's not exactly the most serious multiplayer out there, but it at least adds a little bit to the game, and it's pretty fun to be messing around, and, you know, playing this beta. People seem to like it when I messed around with this multiplayer of Uncharted before, and so I said, you know what, alright, fair enough, let's go ahead and, you know, let's do some Uncharted beta and see what happens. So that's what I was planning on doing today. I said, today I'll do the Uncharted beta. Later today I'll play some Fallout 4, so that'll be a fun day, right? And I said, well, maybe tomorrow, based off of what happens, maybe I'll do some Rainbow Six Siege for a stream and see if people enjoy that or whatever. So all that is what was according to plan. Now, I was setting up for the stream today, and as I'm setting up, I'm turning on the stream and everything, I get a tweet from someone who's trying to play the beta, and they said, FYI, Phil, just so you know, so you're not disappointed, unfortunately, the beta isn't working very well. Apparently, the matchmaking of this beta is pretty bad. The matchmaking is quite delayed. Like, you have to wait a long time to find a match, and Sony is aware of the issue. In fact, they've been tweeting, the official Uncharted Twitter account has been tweeting and saying, sorry about that. You know, we don't know, exactly what's going on, but we're going to try to fix it, and so expect long wait time. So, here's the deal. I do want to try to do this beta, okay? I want to see if we can get into it and we can play it and how it turns out. If it works, amazing. The whole stream will be the Uncharted 4 multiplayer beta, and hopefully we have a lot of fun with it. If it doesn't work, right? If it refuses to work, for whatever reason, and I can't get a match, then more than likely after, let's say I'll give it like a half hour, and if I can't get a match after, say, a half hour of trying, forget it. What we'll do is we'll switch over to Rainbow Six Siege, and we'll do a couple hours of Rainbow Six Siege gameplay to see exactly what's available in the full, retail version of the game versus what I played. Remember, I played the Rainbow Six Siege beta a month or two ago, and it wasn't anything groundbreaking. It was a little interesting because of the way that you play it, but it wasn't anything like, wow, blew me away, and I absolutely needed to play it, which is actually why I had no plans of actually buying the game. But we'll check it out. We'll do a couple hours of that. So we'll see. Either way, this is going to be a multiplayer stream, multiplayer-focused stream, okay? And it's either going to be Uncharted or Rainbow Six, depending on what happens. I mean, quite honestly, I'd rather play I'd rather play Uncharted. I just don't know if it's going to work, It sounds like they're having some pretty big issues, which is, I mean, that's the reason they have a beta. But at the same time, how did they not know they were going to have such crazy issues? Especially because they've been advertising the hell out of this beta. Like, all week, everyone's been hyped for it. And then last night, they publicly made the announcement that it's coming out a day early, and then it comes out a day early and it doesn't work? I don't know, man. Alright, so there you have it. So, very quickly, I've got two quick things to talk about before we get started and try to play this thing. The first thing is, I want to talk a little bit about Patreon because, ladies and gentlemen, as of last night, everyone who pledged to my November Patreon has been processed by Patreon. Now, there's good news and bad news, okay? The good news is we had an unprecedented number of pledgees, and, it was a pretty awesome, effort of people who pledged, and I appreciate that. The bad news is, unfortunately, over 20 people were declined, which means that either they had incorrect information, they didn't have sufficient funds, for whatever reason, when they went to get charged, maybe they got their credit card / bank thinks that Patreon isn't legit, or it could be fraud or something, and flagged the transaction. It could be many different things. And let me tell you something. You have no idea how close we are to the goal for November. Like, we are right there. If, 3 people today went into Patreon and updated their info, and their pledges went through, I think that we would hit the goal no problem. It just sucks that this is the most we've ever had declined in a month. And I mean, it could be a combination of factors. It could also be that, unfortunately, a few people were dicks, trolls, false pledging. That happens too. But I really have a hard time believing that over 20 people, you know what I mean? Over 20 people were all, fake pledges. I think that there's just some legitimate mistakes in there, legitimate bad info that was put in, a typo here or there, or, like I said, maybe insufficient funds for the first day, and, oh, crap, let me put the funds in there for the pledge or whatever, okay? So the bottom line is we are incredibly close to qualifying for our final event of the year, which will be a platforming marathon that the patrons will be voting on this month if we hit the goal. So, FYI, if you did pledge to my Patreon in the month of November, I urge you to go to patreon.com and double check your pledge. What I'm going to do later tonight is I am going to actually check and send private messages to everyone for whom their pledge was declined so that they are in the know. Hopefully if you are, on Patreon, you have it linked so that it'll send you an email. That's how I have it. If someone sends me like an urgent message, I get an email about it as well, so I know that I have that message. And I'm hoping that after I message everyone that a few people will update their info, and we'll be good to go, and we'll qualify for that event for this month, okay? So, I'll hopefully have good news for you later on in the week. As soon as I have good news for you, I'll certainly let everyone know, okay? The other good news is, still, knock on wood again, I have to keep doing this, I have no copyright issues with the Rockathon for Monday. Now it's been 3 days, and you have to think that if we were going to have issues by this point with copyright or content ID, that we would have already had them. You know what I mean? So it may look like we may be good to go in the future for playing like Rock Band and Guitar Hero. And so, ladies and gents, hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the case, right? And, we will hopefully be able to do another one of those. Already people, since the first one on Monday, people are going wild watching it over the course of the week and are loving it and are saying, gee, I cannot wait for Phil to do another one. I hope that Phil will do another one because it was so unique, it's so different, and so much fun. It was actually the very first opportunity that many people ever had to see kind of my tastes in music. And I know that's something that I rarely discuss. I almost never would discuss music, or my favorite songs. That kind of stuff has always kind of been not so much of a discussion for me because, quite honestly, I don't really listen to music anymore. I used to. Back in the 90s, heavily I listened to music. And then I'd say around the mid-2000s, to some extent, I listened to some music. But it's been quite a while since I've actively listened to music. And so, for me to do a musical event like that was something outside of the comfort zone, but it was also a lot different than usual. People were saying this is one of the few things they've seen me do in years where it just seemed like pure enjoyment versus me trying to get through a challenging game or whatever and getting frustrated at parts. Instead, it was just like, wow, this is one of the best streams you put out in a long time. So that's good. And that is good. And hopefully I'll be able to do another one. Let me tell you this. Let me put it to you this way. If, let's say, by, I don't know, we'll give it a week to a week and a half. If within a week and a half of the Rockathon, I don't have any copyright issues at all, okay? I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the next Rockathon, okay? Will be the goal for this month for Patreon. And so if we hit the funding goal by the end of this month, well, not really by the end of this month. You know how it works. I get charged the first week of every month. So if we hit the goal, I will do a Rockathon in January. I have no problem doing that. As long as there's no kind of crazy ass, copyright risk for me, I have no problem doing another Rockathon, okay? So, there you go. That'd be pretty cool. And we'll see. I'll let everyone know. I don't want to, again, I said it yesterday, I said it again. I don't want to jump the gun. I don't want to get my hopes up. Because with YouTube's stupid automated system, who knows what could happen, right? So, we shall see. Alright. Last but not least, and then we'll try this Uncharted 4 multiplayer and see if it works. Just want to remind everyone, Christmas is right around the corner. Oh boy, here she comes. Christmas is right around the corner, and with Christmas, of course, comes family, friends, and gift giving. And if you are looking for a unique gift to give a loved one, a friend, a significant other, an enemy, even an enemy. Maybe your enemies stink. Maybe they have smelly homes. Well, you might want to consider getting them some handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts from the Black Currant, which is my girlfriend Leanna's business. You can check out this business at Etsy.com. That's ETSY.com /shop/the Black Currant, spelled Currant. And I'm sure that one of our chat mods will put that into the stream chat right now. FYI, if you are interested in ordering, international orders must be placed within just a few days here. In fact, I think it's 5 days left, 4 days left. What is today? Today is the 3rd. So that would give you 4 days left. They must be placed by this December 7th if you want to get your orders in time for Christmas. Okay? So if you're international, you live outside the United States, you must place an order by December 7th if you want it in time for Christmas. Domestic, meaning United States residents, have a little bit more time. I think they have until the 20th. Yeah, so they have until December 20th if you want to get your order in time for Christmas and you live in the United States. Now, if you're interested and you're going to place an order, well, ladies and gents, you can get a exclusive discount, 10% off an order of $20 or more using the discount code CELEBRATE100 or CELEBRATE100. That is the exclusive online discount code that I've been giving out, and that's good till the end of the year. But, of course, you have to, place your orders in time for Christmas. Like I said, December 7th International, December 20th.
There's only 3 Alpine Frost soaps left.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's some of the winter scents, the winter line of scents that have been coming out have been very popular.
And I've restocked the soap sampler, so the samplers are really good gifts. You can choose 4 scents of soap or wax tarts. That's the best one.
That's what some people did, is they actually last month placed an order for a sampler, and they tested them out, and they said, oh, I like this one, I like this one.
It's a great way to test the new winter stuff.
Right, and then they placed an order afterwards for the things that they actually liked. So that's a good way to do it, to go about it. If you don't know what a scent is, gee, who knows what Alpine Frost smells like, right? I mean, I could tell you, it's like a wintry kind of a smell, almost mixed in with a tree scent. So it is a nice,
and almost like a little minty freshness.
Right, it's a nice male-oriented scent. It's actually one of the ones that I chose when we were going through all of these scents for this line of or this launch of winter product. And apparently it's very popular because, like she said, it's almost sold out. So, and by the way, once it sells out, unless there's massive demand.
Yeah, which I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. It'll depend because the holiday season's so busy right now. I might not restock. I might.
All right. So check it out again. Etsy.com /shop/the Black Currant. Use discount code CELEBRATE100, which is 100. Not the words 100, but the numbers 100 to save 10% off of any order $20 or more. And hurry, because like I said, time's running out if you want to get it in time for Christmas. Okay? Alright, that's pretty much it, everyone. Let's end the pre-stream. Let's see if this works. If it doesn't work, it is what it is. Like I said, we'll switch over to Rainbow Six to try that out. So no matter what, we're going to have some fun multiplayer. We just have to see what actually works, okay? Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's do it.